What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a monthly manifestation for the sign of Taurus. Okay, Taurus, you guys are first during the zodiac lineup for group 2. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you've been rocking with me for a minute, appreciate everyone's patronage regardless. But these monthly manifestations have been reloaded, as I used to do them before back in 2022, and didn't really get as much energy as I wanted out of them because they were more collective. So now they've been reloaded to be specific to each sign, okay? And this will be your monthly manifestation for January, all right? So basically, with monthly manifestations, if you've never seen them, you can go on the channel and look in the playlist for that particular reading, and you can kind of get an idea of how the readings work, okay? But it's basically set to help you guys manifest whatever it is that you are trying to achieve, whether it be a personal goal or something more materialistic, okay? So, with that being said, um, we're going based upon the moon phases to kind of help you guys organize, okay? In the sense of the new moon, first quarter moon, and full moon, okay? The new moon is to bring forth new energy, okay? And so, whatever your new goal or intention is, the best time to get started would be, or to aim to get started, is by the new moon on the 11th of January, okay? Then the first quarter moon, which is on the 17th of January, is for you to be like at a halfway point of seeing if you've made any progress with your intention or goal, okay? So if the goal is to lose weight, what have you done between the 11th and the 17th to start on that goal, okay? In the sense of, do you need to find a gym? What is it that you want to target? Is there a diet involved? Things of that nature. So research and planning should be done between the 11th and the 17th. Okay, Taurus? So then the full moon is the time of completion, okay? In the sense of, have you obtained your goal or done what you needed to do to get you started towards that goal, okay? So the 25th will be a full moon in January, okay? So that means if the goal, again, this is just an example, if the goal is to lose weight, then by the 25th, you should now have a gym. You should now have your diet intact, and you should already be working out or doing your plan, okay? And so it takes 21 days to create a habit. It also takes 21 days to break a bad habit, all right? So make that positive change, okay? So these readings also will be taking the place of the Dreamcatcher reads, rightfully so, okay? So whatever you've been dreaming about, or keeping in your subconscious, this is now how we're going to work towards obtaining it, okay? So a small summary of January. January is the month for heightened intuition, Taurus, okay? The 6th of January will be a day that leads to an epiphany, okay? Within 6 days before the new moon, all right? There are 6 days from the beginning of January to the actual 11th, okay? And so take that time to have an epiphany of maybe why you haven't been able to stay steadfast in whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, okay? Maybe it's something subconsciously, maybe it's something dealing with emotional situation, or worried about judgment, things of that nature. Could be a multitude of things, but it's time for you to review or have that epiphany as to why it's been that way. Okay. So be prepared for a major change in awareness of your goals and reevaluate a process before the first quarter moon, which is another 6 days in between the new moon and first quarter moon. Again, a lot of reevaluating, reviewing things. Okay. Again, maybe you went to one gym and you didn't really, maybe you felt intimidated. Maybe go somewhere that's a little less intimidating for you, maybe more friendly. Okay. If you're worried about cost, things of that nature, maybe that's what's been stopping you. Maybe if you live in an apartment, you can take advantage of maybe a facility that's already on your property that's free of charge. Okay. You could also maybe invest in some small workout material to have in your home, and maybe have a home gym if you don't really want to be seen at the gym. Okay. Worrying about judgment and things like that. There's all kinds of things you could think of to really make it work for you. Maybe you need the motivation in regards to having moral support system. So maybe you go to a class instead of to a gym. Okay. Learn your metabolic rate, things of that nature. Okay. Before you jump full speed in. Okay. Especially if you have any health issues that are pre-existing. Okay. That too much strenuous activity, too fast, can kind of hurt you in the end. Okay. I remember my own little situation. I tried doing like UFC fighter on my PlayStation that I had like years ago, and it was fun to start, but I went too hard too fast, and I messed around and I threw up. It was a bad look. It really was. And I was doing it at home, thank goodness. So just, if I would have went to the gym, I would have probably been really embarrassed. So it was a little bit too intense for me. I went a little bit too hard, too fast, and I should have, really took the time to figure out what would work best for me. Like high cardio is really not the move for me. I have to do things that are kind of intermediate in a way, and then slowly work my way up. Okay. So for me, I have like a stepper in my house that I purchased and got it like on sale. It was like, I think maybe under $100. You can find those on Amazon, things like that. You can find, and it's got the resistant bands on it, so that helps me with my resistance training. I have some free weights that I invested in like years ago, and I may lift those every now and again. I got a medicine ball, which was actually very inexpensive, caught that on sale. So you can have like a home gym at home. I have a yoga mat at home, things like that. So little things that you can do that are in your, physical range before you jump head on into something. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and actually get into your reading, Taurus. All right. And again, these readings will be pretty much every month. I have it set up to do that. So the first deck that we're using here is the Moonology deck. Yasmin Boland. I've been saying her name probably wrong for these last few readings that I started with group 1. But if you want to kind of follow, you can maybe get one of her journals, Moonology journal, or you can get a moon calendar. So you can kind of follow along with the moon phases, but I will put them in the description box below. So that way you can kind of have them as a guide going forward, okay? So we're going to separate by 3s after we shuffle. And we're going to start with 1 from the top, which is new moon energy. 1 from the bottom, which is first quarter moon energy. And then 1 energetically from the middle, which I'm going to go here. And I will say, while I was kind of shuffling and sitting in the energy of Taurus, this is for the full moon energy. We'll also clarify so that way we can see what's connecting the energy for this first row here. But make sure you guys don't let any, there could be a Taurus with Capricorn somewhere in their placement of their birth chart. Try not to let any mischievous energy or shadow self, like self-doubt, cloud you from getting this done, Taurus, okay? We are achievers, we are organizers, we are very, detail oriented. There should be no reason why we can't do this, okay? So you start strong with a strong intent and follow through using this alignment of moon phases, okay? So, and I would love to hear from you guys once you get started and if you actually complete your goals, okay? So, let's get into this new moon energy. What should the mindset towards your intention or goal be on January 11th? Your hard work is paying off. Your hard work is paying off, okay? So we do have, I just was mentioning Capricorn, new moon in Capricorn, okay? Don't worry so much about it saying, new moon in Capricorn. You don't have to wait until the new moon of Capricorn to start on this new goal. It is just one of, you can kind of look up in the months to see when there's a new moon in Capricorn to avoid, again, like I said, any self-doubt, anything like that, dependent upon where Capricorn is in your birth chart placement, okay? If that makes sense. If you are a spiritualist, okay? But your hard work is paying off. So possibly, Taurus, again, this is new moon energy by the 11th. You will probably see this reading, hopefully, before that time, okay? And you may already be in the process of working hard on something that you've been trying to obtain since last year, okay? And so come January 11th, your hard work is paying off and something is going to come up for you possibly, okay, with that new moon energy. Just stay on it, okay? January is the month of intuition again, like I said, with 11 or 111, if you will, for that new moon date, okay? So let's move on to the first quarter moon energy. Will or have you made any progress, Taurus? That is come January 17th, okay? It says a new start is coming, okay? A new start is coming, all right? New moon energy there as well, all right? So there could be a plan for you, Taurus, to start something, maybe one or two new projects, because new moon has been mentioned twice, okay, as far as the existential energy on these cards that have came out, okay? So aside from already working on something diligently last year, kind of rolling over into 2024, which is the year of balance, okay? You're going to start moving towards some other goals that you have been kind of hoping to accomplish, okay? And so the question is whether or not, if there's any progress being made, you're making progress in the sense of tackling different things, okay? That is what it feels like for Taurus. Multiple projects, multiple things to do. Staying busy may be your goal, to maybe be distracted from something in the past, okay? So that could be your thing in the sense of just wanting to be a little bit more preoccupied with things, okay? Subconsciously, all right? So let's get into this full moon energy, which is the completion date of the 25th. It says step out of your comfort zone, okay? Step out of your comfort zone. Another sign got this card in group 1, and I'm trying to remember who it was for. I think it was Cancer, okay? I think Cancer may have got this in the same placement, okay? By new moon on the 25th, Your goal may not be all the way completed, but something may be that will cause you to need to come out of your comfort zone. Okay, so whatever it is that you're used to doing, maybe being more extroverted, maybe being seen more, things of that nature, you're going to have to start feeling more comfortable in that. Okay, that's just an example. Okay, so step out of your comfort zone and start being this newer version of yourself. Okay, with what you're trying to accomplish means a new phase of you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Okay, all of that being tapped into, and you got to get used to it. Okay, Taurus. So with that being said, we're going to get into the regular general writer's weight for our clarifying energy for all of these moon phases. See if we can find any additional messages to kind of help you guys move forward with manifesting your goals. Okay, so clarifying for Taurus, one more shuffle here. Clarifying for Taurus, we will look at the bottom of the deck, Taurus, to see what the overall outcome is with the Rider's Waite deck. Okay, this is where the reading gets super extended in a way that it didn't at first. All right, so at first when I did these readings, we just stuck to this spread here and looked at the bottom of the deck. Now we're going a little bit further. So one from the top is for new moon energy. One from the bottom is for first quarter moon energy. And then one energetically from the middle. And I think I'm going to go here. Which is for clarifying the new moon, not new moon energy, full moon energy. Okay. Again, you guys may be stuck in new moon energy as far as a lot of new things coming towards Taurus, okay? Or Taurus getting into a lot of new things, which may be what you're getting out of your comfort zone is, okay? Maybe doing things that you've never done before, okay? So let's see what's clarifying new moon energy for January 11th, which is your hard work is paying off, is getting paired with the Eight of Pentacles, okay? Very nice pairing here, okay? That means you are diligently and have been diligently working, okay? And continuously working, all right? We are very power driven in a way for 2024, and I think always have been, in the sense of when we want something, we get it, okay? Especially when we, like I said, are very detail oriented. You write everything out, you've planned everything, so there should be no reason why you can't accomplish anything that you set your mind to, Taurus, okay? Diligently look at it, reevaluate, do what it is that you need to do, and it will come through, okay? Let's get into this first quarter moon energy, which is on the 17th, and we have the King of Wands being paired with a new start is coming, okay? King of Wands, all right? Maybe you take an initiative, or take initiative in the sense of directing something, okay? In the sense you have that staff in your hand, whatever you say goes, kind of definitive ruling, if you will, okay? Very passionate. Again, I think it's one of those cards that comes out that I feel is very like I said, very definitive in a way, especially the King of Wands, okay? It's very passionate, again, working that masculine energy, if you will, that we all have, the ability to be, make good judgment, very motivated, determined energy, okay? And so maybe you are taking on a new position of leadership in some way that does require you to do a lot more than what you used to. Okay, so that is the new start that I feel is coming with this first quarter moon energy. Okay, whatever you did before, that hard work paid off to show that you had the ability to be in this position. Okay, so a new start. All right, so lastly, let's get into this full moon energy of get out of your comfort zone. And it is another king, a king of pentacles. Okay, the saying goes, too much is given, much is required. Okay, and so with this king of pentacles here, that means coins are stepping up, but again, you are coming out of your comfort zone in the sense of doing more than what you used to do. Okay, you can do it. It is going to take some time and adjustment, but it's definitely going to pay off. Okay, in doing so. Okay, and just showing that you are or do have the ability to do it is what makes it even that much sweeter. Okay, because that still also is a benefit too. Now, if you take this 8 of Pentacles and add it with this King, that's 10 of Pentacles adding up in my mind, okay? Numerology-wise, that is in a sense of really being complete, okay? Not so much wish fulfillment, that is the 10 of Cups, okay? But definitely as far as wealth is coming, okay, from working so diligently to getting an offer of some sort that truly does put you in that status, okay, when you're already in the midst of a project, okay, you may get another one that leads to more money, okay. So let's look at the bottom of the deck to see what the overall outcome is for you guys, Taurus, before we move forward. And it is a Ace of Swords, okay? Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords means air energy, so that's Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, all right? You may either have that in your birth chart or that energy around you. Doesn't have to, it's just an honorable mention. But it's definitely about truth, okay? Lead by truth, okay? Be noble in your decisions, and that will return back to you, okay? But an offering of some truth, justice prevailing, that Libra energy coming in, okay? Over whatever has, transpired within, a certain amount of time for you, okay? So very nice energy coming with Taurus, as I only expect, okay? We've been really diligent, Taurus, very diligent energy, okay? So that being said, we're going to get into the Making Magic deck here, which is a question of what is the message of support to achieve and manifest your goal, okay, with the Making Magic deck. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit lightly here, not a hard shuffle. And then we'll cut the deck and we'll go to the bottom of the deck for you guys. I'm feeling the possibility of 3 messages for Taurus. And because these 2 don't want to go in, I'm going to take them. But I'm not going to look at them just yet. And I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. And we'll go ahead and we'll cut the rest. And we'll go to the bottom first to get your first message, which is insight. Insight is the first message here, okay? Insight says open the third eye to strengthen intuition. Like I said, heightened intuition is coming. We've already passed the 1st of January. This is the first month of the year. Day 1/1/1/2024, okay, is a day of intuition, looking at self, okay? Like I said, a lot of epiphany come the 6th, and then you have January 11th, okay? New moon energy, more insight coming. Open up that third eye for more awareness and following your intuition, Taurus, okay, on certain things. If you have an offer that comes on the table, or maybe you are worried about someone speaking to you, if they're being truthful, truly ask for more awareness of believing in someone and if they're genuine, okay? Just ask for that and the divine will give it to you, okay? Next is water, okay? Water, which says, work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement, okay? Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement, okay? We are earth signs and we do require a lot of hydration. Otherwise, how will we grow, okay? So by all means, if workout is a goal for you, or losing weight, make sure you're hydrating. That is a very key element of not just working out, but living as a whole, okay? I've mentioned it during the ancestor reads. If you're not familiar with those, go and check those out. Maybe not so much for Taurus sun sign, but maybe a placement in your birth chart that requires you to go look at one of those readings. Possibly Pisces, because I think I've mentioned it in Pisces readings, which is a water sign, okay? But you want to do, if you want to know how much water to drink, of course, standardly it's supposed to be 8 glasses, 8-ounce glasses. But if you take your body weight and you divide it by 2, that is how much you should be drinking in ounces, okay? And so don't only just take the water in as far as hydration, but as it's stated, for healing, purification, and refinement, okay? So ask when you're drinking, especially on new moon energy, ask for that water to cleanse you from the inside out, in the sense of bringing in new energy of positivity, refinement, purification, okay? Drink your water with intent, okay? Now, next message is prosperity, okay? Prosperity. Prosperity says a prosperous business with riches and success. A prosperous business with riches and success. That means that if you are in the midst of working on creating a business for yourself, Taurus, then you will be very prosperous and it will have success. Obviously, you are working, and I'm loving this energy already that we see in the clarifying and in the first row here, okay? But just be more comfortable in yourself to do it, okay? So now we get to the part of the reading where we are going to look at your present self energy and then your higher self, okay? 2 oracle decks to look at. We have the elemental oracle first, which is in reference to your present self. What is the energy of the present self of Taurus, okay? Present energy for Taurus. Present energy for Taurus. 3 shuffles here. 1 last shuffle, and then we'll cut and we'll go to the bottom of the deck. I don't feel like I need to tell you guys to, be careful of burnout, because I think whatever it is that you are working on, Taurus, is something that you enjoy. So there's no, real hard feeling of burnout to come, because you enjoy what you're doing. So however you plan your rest, make sure you keep that momentum going, okay? So we have 20, endurance, rock. Okay, definitely new energy alert, because this is the first time ever that I've seen this card come out. Okay, the number 2 coming here Focus on what it is that you want, not what you don't want. Okay? What you don't want doesn't matter, doesn't even exist. Only focus on what it is that you want moving forward. Okay? Endurance and rock, you have this kind of almost reminiscent of tree of life, but of course the branches are not bare. Kind of a sphere behind it still gives me kind of moon feelings here. So, be diligent and also being mindful of who you share any information with, okay? Especially if you're working on a business, kind of keep it to yourself. Thus, this insight and Ace of Swords, okay? You want truth, you want trust in those who are around you, but just be mindful, okay? But definitely be solid as a rock, okay? But still can grow and be fruitful in your process, okay? So let's kind of go into the book here so that way we can get some additional messages for you guys. I'm loving that this has came out. It's beautiful, beautiful energy that I'm really loving. Like I said, if you're new here, welcome. Like and subscribe to the channel so that way you can get notified when I post another reading for your sign, okay? Of course, this is Earth Energy, Potentia, which is Latin for endure, okay? It says, look for the groundedness in a chaotic situation. Be patient. Slow and steady is the way to succeed. The obstacle is sometimes the way through. Do not be discouraged by slow progression as long as the progression is made. Okay? That is something I believe. Now, we're supposed to be one of the most patient signs, but dependent upon what's in your birth chart, primarily I would suggest the 7th house because it deals with contracts and friendships. Okay? And also with communications, depends on what's there for you as well. Now I have, and that's the 11th house. Now I have water in both of those. And for me personally, sometimes as I get older, my patience runs a little bit thin because I know how I would handle a situation and I expect people to handle them the same way as I would. But that's not going to happen, okay? So I do take this message in even for myself, okay? But I have to remind myself just the same as it says here, slow progression. Don't be discouraged from it because as long as you're doing something, you're progressing, okay? So that is the message for you guys there, all right? So the next oracle deck, we have the Spiritual Awakening, which is regarding what is the potential energy for the higher self, okay? Mind you, Taurus, if you are trying to kind of elevate yourself mentally and emotionally, you are going to start meeting your higher self, okay? Right now, you are in the 3D, depending on where you are in your life phase. You will be kind of moving forward in a way that will probably shock you. Tap into that energy, okay? That is your more mature self. That is your subconscious self that is growing day by day as you progress in this lifetime, okay? So, we separated and shuffled by threes, and your message is the law of polarity. Beautiful imagery here, okay? We see kind of a lion behind her, okay? So you could be tapping into some kind of lioness type phase. You have the pyramids and the city, and it's almost like maybe balance of being able to work in between both, okay? But it says the moment that you judge anything as good or bad, you set the universe into motion, okay? The moment that you judge anything as good or bad, you set the universe into motion, okay? So as soon as we place some form of judgment, okay, or we determine what something or someone is, again, this Ace of Swords with this truth, okay? You're going to start speaking truth, Taurus, working on that throat chakra, okay? Activating it. And some people can handle it and some people can't. Tough cookies, okay? But the universe will handle it with you accordingly, okay? Meaning it will remove what you don't need in your life and it will keep what is necessary, all right? So I'm going to go to page 17 to get your message here. And I'm just going to go ahead and hold that card up. And it says, this is a sign that you may be judging yourself. Have you felt the burden of work, meeting expectations, or trying to be enough? Getting clarity on your values and getting your priorities straight is important at this time. By drawing this card, the universe is nudging you to take a vacation and give yourself some tender, loving care. Your higher self desires for you to practice being present to the perfection of who you are. Take a break from the rat race. You are an eternal spiritual being capable of producing miracles. In order to unleash your divine power, you must let go of the belief that you are not good enough, okay? Let go of the belief that you are not good enough, okay? You are Taurus, regardless of what state you are in your life, okay? This is why I take off towards the end of the year to give myself a break from everything, okay? I still, do my daytime job, but as far as spiritually, you do have to sometimes take a respite, okay? So diligently working hard, like I said, be careful of burnout. I don't really have to tell you guys that because we are the kings and queens of rest, okay? And so listen to your body as it tells you what it needs and what it doesn't need you to do, okay? But you are definitely enough, Taurus. You are more than enough for you. You may not be enough for others, but that's on them, not on you, okay? So I went a little bit over on you guys, but you're my Taurus gang. As y'all know, I am a Taurus as well, always and forever, all right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this reading, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.